Hi and welcome to Distilling in Australia. My name is Nick and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is, as I've always said, a series of videos where you learn from my mistakes, and I'm going to show you one of my better mistakes today, something a little bit comical. Now, no smart comments about the pyjamas please. It's 6:45 in the morning and I've got to get ready for work very shortly, so I'm coming out just to test the pH of a sugar wash which I started fermenting the night before. And you'll see there that I'm there with my cup and pH meter and reading the pH just to check to see how far it had dropped. And it had dropped to about 3.7, 3.6, 3.7, which is too low. So of course what we do then is we need to increase the pH. So there I am, just wandering around and working out, yes, okay, I need to do that. So I'm just about to head back into the house, empty out the pH meter. Now I've come back now, and I now have a stainless steel bowl with some bicarbonate soda in it. Now the bicarb soda is increases the pH of the wash, which is what the yeast need for a slightly higher pH. There's about 150 grams of bicarb soda, and I'm going to put that into 130 litres of sugar wash. Now I need to get it up from mid 3s to mid 4s, so that's probably about enough. Now I'm in a hurry, okay, so you know it's nearly 10 to 7. I've got to get in the shower very shortly to get in, so here I am lifting off the lid, throwing in the bicarb soda. There it goes, swishing it around and thinking, yes, okay, well this will do, you know, yes, it'll foam up a bit, but that's okay, I can live with that. And now I'll just screw the bolts back up on the thing, and there we go. Yes, it went everywhere. So just for a bit of comical relief, I'll do that again, and this time we'll do it in a bit of slow motion. So here we go, up nice and close, about to put the first clamp on, and bang, there she goes, everywhere. Right, so that was a mistake I made. So there is a lesson for novice distillers. So if you need to raise your pH on your sugar wash, just don't add your bicarb soda too quickly, because it does foam up incredibly quickly. So yes, bit of a mess. Then I made put the clamps on and decided, okay, now what am I going to do? And I thought, well, you know, I'm just going to leave it and clean it up tonight. My lovely wife came in because she heard me swearing. I'm just explaining to her what happened, and she comes in, has a look, and says, yes, okay, we need to clean that up. So yes, we didn't want the ants to come and overtake the place, so she backs her little trimester crisis out of the garage, and second trimester crisis I should say, and there we go. So now we're going to just go through the cleanup process, and as you can see, it's gone everywhere. We're looking at it, we haven't got much time. It's, you know, a little 8 minutes to 7 o'clock, so we've got to pull everything out. You know, and this is where having things on wheels is incredibly useful. So you'll see that those 44-gallon drums are actually full, but because they're on wheels, I can move them around quite easily. I had to move all the equipment from around the back and wipe that down. Good old wife in there helping me clean up, moving the pumps and everything out of the way, because that pump I'm cleaning now weighs about 100 kilos. It's a really heavy pump. And moving the bottles, there are all the bottles in the boxes, so had to move them out of the way. One of them got a bit wet from the spray. Adding the detergent to the thing and cleaning up. Good fun. So who said owning a distillery is all beer and skittles? This is the reality of what happens when you just rush something. If I'd just taken a couple more minutes and added the bicarb a lot more slowly, I wouldn't have had any of this problem at all. So yeah, mop and bucket out, sanitizer out, just cleaning up. So yeah, it's all good fun. So as you can, getting into wiping all the canisters down, so as we can get it all done for just on 7 o'clock in there, mopping up the last of the sugary water, which is basically all it is because it's only been fermenting for 1 day. So you know the SG was still pretty high, probably 1.08, somewhere around about, sorry, 1.07, 1.06. And so all we've got is a sugary water mess all over the floor. Thank God for the mop and bucket. And there's my beautiful wife getting in there, cleaning down the fermenter. So yes, we didn't need the ants to come and attack, because it would have been brutal. So yes, I'll just leave you in silence for a minute while this goes on. There we go, closing the door. What is it? 7:04. So just about done. And yes, we've got rags everywhere. So anyway, that's it for the morning. So come back that night. Now it's now 7:36. Sorry, 5:36 in the evening. So here I am. I'm back. Don't have my pajamas on this time, so that's I suppose that's a good thing. Get in there, in the sink, clean out the rags. Got my hot water in the bucket. Gone to do something. I can't remember what I went to do. Oh, I'm back. Okay, so oh, that's right. I had to go and get the spray and wipe. So with the hot water going through, cleaning down the fermenter. So just getting all the sugary wash off the fermenter because it was just sticky horrible. So yeah, so a bit of elbow grease involved in getting all this cleaned up. So this goes on for, I suppose it took me about half an hour or so to clean all this up. So that's the scale. So that green thing, that bluey green thing the fermenter sitting on is actually a digital scale if you're interested. And I use that to measure the amount of water I'm adding to the fermenter. That gives me a final volume, so I know exactly how much water I've put in there. So that's what that's for. And you'll also notice that the still is sitting on a scale as well, so helps me record the weight of what I'm transferring into the still from the fermenter, and gives me more accurate information, which the tax office needs. So we try and do everything we can to make sure the tax office is happy by recording everything we do when we're transferring between those stainless steel canisters. All that is recorded for the tax office as well. So yeah, it's not an overly burdensome requirement, but nevertheless you have to make sure that the tax office wants to make sure that we're going to declare all our excisable products, which of course we do, and don't try and rip off the tax man and do anything illegal, which I've got no intention of doing, because quite frankly it's just not worth it. If you've ever been audited by the tax office, you'll soon work it out. So yes, lesson I learned very early in life, not to cheat the tax man. So yes, of course, for me at my level, it doesn't really matter because everything I do comes back on my rebate anyway. So that I don't end up paying any excise duty on the product. So here we go, putting all the canisters back. So all those canisters have got gin or vodka in them. you'll see that some of them, you'll see little toe tags on them. You'll see a little pink one on that one, and they put the description, what it is, weights, when it was put into the container, what ABV it is, and the domestic authority to release for home consumption. You get a number from the tax office to when you put in your application to release it for home consumption. So that all goes on that tag, so I know exactly. There's Jack coming in to inspect, make sure I've cleaned the place up properly, and there we go. Just now we can put all the 44-gallon drums back. Once we've cleaned all that up, that's the steamer that I use to steam the bottles. Just before I put the product in the bottles, we steam out the bottles to make sure they're clean and sanitized. And they're the bottles, they're the gin bottles going back there. Sorry, they're the vodka bottles, sorry. And they're the pipes that I connect up to my water source. So that's what I use to reticulate through the still. So they're just some PVC pipes that I connect up to the pump, and that recirculates from the pool I use to cool down the still and the deflegnator. The deflegnator and the condenser, shotgun condenser. So there we go. That's the joys of distill ownership, what you go through when you're not paying enough attention and trying to rush things and trying to balance out that pH just a little bit too quickly. So yep, just checking the temperature. So running on that batch around about 34 there. I was just having a smell to see what it was smelling like, make sure it's clean. Just having a check with the torch to make sure that the it was foaming away nicely, because it was like 12 hours since I had. I only lost about probably a litre maybe of product. It just looked a lot worse than what it was, and made a lot more mess than what you would anticipate. But there you go. So don't rush things, because it's simply not worth it, and you end up paying the price of that sticky mess. So anyway, that's it for this video. It's just a short one, just a little bit of fun, just show you what to do, learn from my mistakes, and yes, something I won't be repeating again anytime soon. That batch turned out pretty good, by the way, just so as you know, fermented out in a couple of days. Distilling alcohol is illegal in Australia unless you hold the appropriate licenses and permits. I am not a lawyer, and the contents of this video are not intended to be legal advice. Do not rely on any information contained in this video, and seek your own legal professional advice before making any decisions. Be aware, the Australian Tax Office and the local law enforcement agencies will be taking interest in this channel due to its content. Please keep this in mind before posting any comments. Any comments posted are the opinion of the person posting and not of this channel. Let's get started.